You haven't done anything differently, but your body feels slower, heavier, achier. Not sharp pain, not injury, just that quiet, dragging discomfort that doesn't scream something's wrong, but just gently whispers, I'm struggling. And if that's you, you're not imagining it. Hello and welcome. I'm Sarah Gowans, remedial massage, craniosacral therapist, and emotional integration facilitator at Blossoming Me and the Healthy Learning Lounge. Here, we're a sanctuary where you can go and tap in to nurture your journey to health, to well-being and positive mindset. We focus on helping you to clear stresses, tensions and blocks that can hold you back from living your most fulfilling life. Today we're talking about heaviness in the body and what can be behind that. Imagine for a moment that your body is like a garden and it's the soil that's talking today. In Chinese medicine, late summer, where we are right now in Australia, that time of the year is ruled by the earth element. And earth governs transition, it governs nourishment and the kind of strength that holds everything up. But when we keep pushing, physically, emotionally, mentally, without proper rest, our earth element becomes depleted. And when earth element is depleted, your body doesn't usually shout. It shows up in subtle but unmistakable ways. And this week, we're digging into two of the most common ones. Hip heaviness, that real stuck feeling in the pelvis, and lower back fatigue that isn't about injury, but energy. So thinking of your body like a garden, in late summer, the soil is tired. We've already given a lot. And what it needs now, what your body needs now, is not more harvesting, it's more nourishment. These patterns show up when your internal support systems are stretched thin, and your body is doing its best to hold on. So let's help it. Remember that heaviness isn't laziness, it's your body's communication. You know that draggy feeling in your legs, your arms, the soreness that lingers just longer than it should, that sense that everything just takes a little bit more effort. It's not weakness, it's earth element fatigue. In TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, the spleen and stomach meridian channels are said to govern our muscle tone, endurance, and our recovery. When the earth element then is depleted, our muscles don't rebound the way they used to. Our strength doesn't disappear, but it does become harder to access. And science backs this up. Research shows that low-grade muscle fatigue contributes more to ongoing discomfort than acute injury, especially for adults over the age of 30. In other words, those daily aches are far more likely to come from quiet exhaustion than from anything you did wrong. We've all been taught to power through discomfort, to stretch it out, push a little harder. But earth energy fatigue doesn't respond to hustle, it responds to restoration. When you carry too much for too long, it sits in the body and stays there. Our muscles, like gluteus medius in our butt and deep hip muscles that are meant to stabilize and initiate movement. But when our energy is low, larger muscles, like our hip flexors in the front and quadratus lumborum between our hips and ribs, step in to help. They try their best, but they fatigue quickly, and that's when stiffness, heaviness, and that stuck feeling really set in. See, earth fatigue doesn't scream, it sinks. It's the low back ache that creeps in by evening time, the discomfort that does improve with rest, the feeling that standing still is harder than moving. That's not an injury, that's earth fatigue, and your deep core muscles like the transverse abdominis and multifidus are designed to handle that postural load. But when earth is depleted, they don't fire efficiently. So the body adapts, as always. And back muscles like the erector spinae on each side of our vertebra and the QL, the quadratus lumborum, step in to help. Neck extensors brace and hip flexors grip. The upper traps take the strain too. These muscles weren't built for long-term support, but they try anyway. Think of it like co-workers covering for an exhausted teammate. At first it works, and then everyone burns out. This isn't a back problem yet, it's a support problem. And support problems respond best to, you guessed it, support. So why pushing through doesn't work but gentle does. We've been told, use it or lose it, for so long, but when earth energy is depleted, that can be what causes the loss. See, fatigue doesn't heal with force. It heals with rhythm, with pacing, with movements that give back and restore. When the earth is dry, we don't plough harder, you water it. And that's what support is, that water. And science agrees. Chronic overuse increases oxidative stress. It lowers the calcium availability for our nerves and muscles. And it disrupts the mitochondria and the energy production in our muscles. This further fatigues our nervous system and reduces its ability to function. The result? These changes make even light tasks feel hard and delay our recovery. In plain terms, fatigue, that's why small tasks start to feel enormous. And that's why it lingers, lasting so long. This is the perfect moment to intervene gently while the body is still whispering. So here are some practical ways that might help. If discomfort improves with rest, it's likely fatigue-based, not structural. That's good news. It means that the right kind of movement can help. Gentle activation can work better here than force. Think restoring, not fixing. Gentle reactivation works better than pushing through. What we want to do is restore and rebalance your body. Breath to core awareness, soft abdominal activation, and mindful walking can all begin to restore that deeper inner support. Simple movements like slow hip tilts, backwards and forwards, lateral steps, side to side, and gentle glute activation in your bum. These exercises don't stress the body. They remind it how to stabilize again. And if your hips feel stuck, try soft movements before getting up. Side to side stepping or shifting weight slowly from side to side on each leg. It can help wake up the right stabilizers before you ask your body to transition. Pelvic tilts can also do the same thing. These are small, consistent ways to rebuild support from the inside out without depleting what little energy you have left. And so, to wrap up, remember, when the heat hits in this late season of summer, you're not lazy when you're taking time to listen to your body. Late summer is a season of quiet wisdom, a time to slow down, digest and restore the systems that carry you, physically, emotionally and mentally. The body isn't failing you, it's communicating remarkably honestly with you. And the fact that it's still whispering is perfect. That means it's still a beautiful moment to respond with care. And so I hope you found value in today's video. And if you did, please like and share it. And join us next time when we explore the neck, jaw and shoulder area and how the mental load often shows up here as fatigue. And when it does, when thinking itself starts to hurt, what you can do about it. So that you can be living your most fulfilling life. From my heart to your heart, namaste.